A lot, everything I thought we'd get out of tonight, because Bellarmine's small, they were going to pass and move and cut. And we were going to make our guys chase them, because that's what we need to do. It makes you better. It does no good to play some of our zone man stuff, because it just bails our guys out. We needed to move our feet, get exploited on the defensive end with their cutting and their passing. Offensively, really disappointed in our turnovers, but got a lot out of tonight's game. That's why I always play Coach Davenport's teams. They play so hard. They out-rebounded us by 6, which tells you how hard they play. Anything that, I say this every year, anything that has anything to do with coaching, Bellarmine's tremendous. Cutting, boxing out, passing, screening, anything that has anything to do with coaching. He told me before the game he thought that he loved his team this year because they're very humble and they do everything he asks them to do. So hopefully we got a little bit humble pie tonight on some things. We got a lot of stuff to clean up. We're still trying to work on our style of play on the offensive end. Didn't get the ball. You can't get the ball inside against them because they put 5 guys in the paint. But when we had our opportunities, we didn't throw it in there. We just had a lot of poor decision making on the offensive end. But I give Bellarmine all the credit. They prepared great. They played great. We didn't score enough points to pull away from them. You got to be able to score 80. It's hard to score 80 though with the turnovers we had. We only got 45 shots off. You got to get at least 55, 60 shots if you're going to get to 80. But you're not going to get that when you turn it over the way we did. We had 4 travels of our. It's a point of emphasis this year with the officials traveling, which we go over every day in practice. Gary Clark had 3 of them. Got anything, Gresh?
You got, on the positive side, I guess you got some points from guys who, Quadri and Justin.
Well, Justin, Jenifer, and Quadri Moore want to play.
Through in a few. Go ahead.
Well, Justin, Jenifer, and Quadri Moore want to play. So they've been extremely coachable the entire offseason because they want to play. So they've allowed us to coach them, and they've worked really, really hard to get better, and it shows. Doesn't surprise me at all because their attitude is right. I got some other guys in the fat cat mode. That's why tonight was great for us. Into thinking that we're great, somebody picked us to win the league, too cool to play as hard as Bellarmine plays. So obviously, that's why you play them. Obviously, I'm not real happy about that.
How is Jacob Evans? When is he? Do you expect him back to the opener, or how?
He's all right. I'm just being cautious with him. So he'll start doing more starting tomorrow. Hopefully he progresses well. He's just being cautious.
So he'll probably play the opening?
No, I said I would go day by day.
Okay, you're still
You know, I got no more to say about injuries. That's enough. I hate to be Belichick on you, but yeah, day by day, hopefully he gets better, he'll be fine.
I think it's just a matter of style.
No way. I told him this year, I apologized to him at halftime. I said, it's hard to play, buddy. They got nobody over 6'6" out there, and they're running around shooting all threes, so it's not his fault. I told him he can blame his teammates. If they could have put Bellarmine some distance to where we could have got up 15 or more, then I've been able to get him in there.
Jared Cumberland, some flashes.
He's going to play for us in this
What
year.
people can expect from him this year. We did a lot of different things in the second half.
Oh, he's a much better shooter than he showed tonight. But he's a freshman. It's hard to, it's a great indoctrination to play against a team that cuts and passes the way Bellarmine does. Because if you fall asleep, you're gonna give up a layup or a 3. It happened to him a couple of times, 2 in a row in the first half. But Jaren's a good player. He's gonna have a great career. He's not my concern. Disappointed in our veteran players tonight. Aside from Kevin Johnson, because that's another guy that didn't start last year and is hungry.
You mentioned you're going to be more perimeter oriented this year.
Well, we'll have at least 4 out, 1 in, but we still got, you can't throw the ball inside against Bellarmine. They're just not going to let it happen.
It's tough to drive against a team like that.
They're not. They got 5 guys in the paint. It's almost impossible.
But that's
unless you could get stops and run more, get out. But We got some guys that's pulling teeth to get them to run the floor. We couldn't get Gary or Kyle to run to the front of the rim. It's all we could do to get them down the court. They're laboring. So it showed, we hadn't had a lot of practice in the last week. So when Kane and Gary got hurt, Jaron and Jacob, we were down to 7 scholarship guys. So we're not in game shape. We haven't been able to go live enough in practice, and it showed. That part of it.
With the offense as a whole, is that a point of emphasis this year to drive the ball more?
No, it's space the floor. We'll have more spacing this year because we got guys can make open shots. Gary and Kyle didn't do it tonight. They're 0 for 5 from 3, but they can shoot the ball. So with the spacing, you would hope that we make shots, or then you would drive the ball around. But we didn't make any shots tonight, so we never forced Bellarmine to come out.
Troy only took, I think, 5 shots. Is he one of the guys you're disappointed in just for not?
I'm just telling you, I thought our veterans weren't ready to play. I thought we acted like we were too good to play as hard as Bellarmine.
Quadri played real under control.
Quadri played really well, other than his one travel. Even the second half, I thought he made a great defensive slide, and they called a foul on him. I thought it was beyond ridiculous. For him to maybe be able to slide and stay in front of a guy on the perimeter, he's come a long way. We work hard with him on that, so it's a tough call there. But our big guys got to be real conscious. With the point of emphasis this year is traveling. This spin move, if he just slows down and shoots open shots, he'd be fine. He can really help us, and he's our best screener by far. He's light years our best screener. As far as you got Kevin Johnson a wide open shot. The reason he got himself open shots is his pick and roll for Troy. They were doubling Troy. They finally started doubling Troy, so that limited his shot attempts. I'm not concerned with shot attempts as much. I'm concerned with general attitude and effort on the defensive end. We built our program here on being the toughest team, the team that plays the hardest, the team that doesn't walk around with entitlement. That's why I respect Coach Davenport so much, because his kids play so hard. I didn't think we played very hard tonight. I thought a few of us did. Kevin and Justin and Quadri in particular. I thought those 3 guys really played hard.
So is that why this was you got out of this what you wanted because of
That's why I always play Bellarmine.
Because those guys may have learned from something.
And now that they're smaller, they were big the last few years, they're faster. So it really, and now strategically, I would probably play a different defense if we played them. I wouldn't chase them around as much. But that's an excellent practice. We can't get our guys don't cut like that in practice. So that's why it's just such a great game to play against them. Years ago, you play exhibition games years ago against certain teams, they come down, stand 5 guys around the 3-point line, somebody go one-on-one and take a jump shot. It's a big waste of time. We got a lot. That's the best practice that we've had in a long time, because we haven't been able to go against each other in 5-on-5. Once you start losing bodies, you got to start being careful, obviously. So we're a team, I think because of that, we're going to have to get better as the season goes, the more games we get, especially that, and we're trying to get Kyle back into game speed. He's a much better player than he showed tonight. But I thought, their offense was going to give him a lot of problems, and it did. Them packing it in on defense and them spreading him out gave him a lot of problems, which I thought it would. But he's not going to see a lot of that. He's not going to have to guard the 3-point line the whole game the way he did tonight. But it was good for him. It was good for him because it showed him his weaknesses.
It's pretty normal. Been practicing it for a couple weeks now that Jake is out. And it just gives us a different feel, different lines up, 2-point guards, trying to play a little bit faster, get into offense. Justin can shoot the ball well. Troy can shoot the ball well. So it's not really a big difference.
Was that good for you guys as a team today? Because they really made you, they pushed you.
Yeah, Bellarmine did a great job, man. They out toughed us this day. I could definitely say they outplayed us. It's a learning experience for us, trying to figure out our defense mainly. Bearcats known for Bearcat defense, and today was a great learning lesson on what we need to work on as a unit.
Justin, Coach says you've improved a lot since last year. How do you feel differently this year? It looks like your game is, well, you tell me.
Well, last year he was telling me, I'm moving too fast. I need to slow down, slow my pace down, because I've been used to in high school playing with people. I just had to, score all the time, and now I'm playing with bigs, and I need to slow my game down a little bit, make the game come to me. So when I started doing that, make sure I got in shape, and the game just switched around for me. So now it's to my pace that I really want it now.
You have more confidence in your shot this year, too?
Yeah, I've been putting in a lot of work in the summertime, so, everybody say hard work pays off. So.
What was it like for you last year when you didn't get to play very much? I mean, that had to be hard after what you were used to.
Yeah, it was pretty hard, but, it's a learning lesson. Everything is a lesson now since I'm in college, so I had to make sure I do what I got to do, make sure I buckle down so it won't ever happen again.
Cal, offensively kind of took over there the last couple minutes. Was that just finally the game started flowing for you and you were able to get some shots in?
Yeah, I mean, just flow of the game. We run a flow offense now, so it's not about forcing it. It's not about trying to take over anything. Just being aggressive. Shots fail. Start screening a little bit better. And, yeah, they went in, man. Nothing else to it, though. Nothing else too much to it.